So guys, 2 days ago, in front of the new Secretary of Defense, Elon Musk stood on stage at Starbase facility from SpaceX in Texas and casually dropped some crazy vision for humanity if you read between the lines. Space Force's ultimate goal is to go to other star systems, to meet aliens or discover long dead alien civilizations? What the? This is something that, if you really think about it, can give us a hint of what is likely to wait for us. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel, man, where we don't just scratch on the surface, we try to uncover what's underneath it and why things are happening, and ask the questions most people just laugh about. And I'm really sorry for my nasal voice, as you can hear, I am getting better. So hit the subscribe button right now to not miss any upcoming videos and activate the bell, man. I appreciate your support a lot, so let's dive in right after the intro.
Describing an underwater UFO as large as a football field, moving at hundreds of miles per hour underwater.
Have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself of non-human origin craft?
Yes, I personally interviewed those individuals.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it.
The United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology.
We are not all to be traced back to one blob of germplasm.
And the implant is finally removed.
There's no evidence how the object got inside the body.
Can you comment on the drones?
Our military knows where they took off from. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
So first, let's watch the moment everyone is talking about.
And I'll tell you a little bit just about the purpose of SpaceX. It's like we want to make Star Trek real. Okay? We want to make Starfleet Academy real. So that it's not always science fiction, but one day the science fiction turns to science fact. Right. And we have spaceships going through space, big spaceships, with people going to other planets, going to the moon, and ultimately going beyond our star system to other star systems where we may meet aliens or discover long dead alien civilizations. I don't know, but...
I don't know, dude.
We want to go, and we want to see what's happening, and we want to have epic, futuristic spaceships with lots of people in them, traveling to places we've never been to before. Yeah, that's that's a go.
Dude, Elon is like, I'd like to say more about, at this moment, I just can't, bruh. So, well, okay. So this happened on January 12th, right? So just 2 days ago, as I said, at the SpaceX Starbase in Texas. So the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, is on his Arsenal of Freedom tour, meeting with Pentagon leaders, etc. So I want you to really listen closely, right? We want to make Star Trek real. We want to make Starfleet Academy real. Like, why would you say that? Because usually, like NASA and all of these space agencies do talk about space. At least to me, it sounds like in a way of like, it's just about the sun, making nice photos, satellites, the moon is beautiful. Oh wow, there might be another galaxy, cool. You know what I mean? And now Musk is dropping stuff that we all have pictures in mind of, like what Star Trek is, or the Starfleet Academy. And doing this in front of Hegseth, the man now in charge of America's military space strategy, and also like why phrase it like it's already a set plan? because it's happening already behind the scenes anyways, but who cares? And just look at Musk, man. The way he's smiling, dude, like the whole time. Like it's something he's been waiting for the whole time to tell, you know, like a little kid telling his mommy, "Look, mom, I drew this for you. Can I show it to you? Do you like it?" Well, to me, this does not feel random at all, man. Because what people like Elon Musk, or you could say that people, you know, that the world leaders want us to see and to listen to say is never random. It most likely is the opposite. See, people like Elon Musk or Trump, you know, they do have the power of deciding what is happening in the world to a very small degree, man, because in the end, it's all about money. And we all know who has the money, right? Whatever, man, I'm gonna stop here, otherwise I might have an accident on my way home during to an overdose because I'm super depressed all of a sudden. So you understand why this moment is so explosive, right? Like we have the Starbase in Texas, like massive starship prototypes towering in the background, man. Like the whole scene is kinda epic, gotta say. And Hegseth, he's there with like high-level DoD officials, you know? And the vibe I am getting is all about integrating SpaceX technology into national defense. Like we have the immense implementation of AI innovations for space travel and so on. So let's continue. He says that it's not always science fiction, but one day the science fiction turns to science facts. It's basically him saying it's a fact, but I just have to wrap it into this sentence so you know. So I'm not directly saying it, but I kinda do. Bruh. And he is directly saying we have spaceships going through space, big spaceships, you know, with people going to other planets, going to the moon, and ultimately going beyond our star system to other star systems where we may meet aliens or discover long dead alien civilizations. I don't know. Dude, pause for a second, man. It's like, and it's not as if he's saying that we may do this, he's just saying we do that. You know? And it's kind of this situation where he's just saying it, but nobody really listens, you know? Like he's saying, we do this, we have big spaceships, we are traveling through space, meeting other planets. That's crazy. Of course you know, Elon. Stop it. Just say it, man. Okay. But just listen to it. He's just telling us what is going on, but wrapping it into this vision that he has, you know, as if this is just something that could be, rather than something that is already happening. And then he continues, but we want to go and we want to see what's happening. And we want to have epic futuristic spaceships with lots of people in them, traveling to places we've never been to before. Yeah, that's the goal. So yeah, I'd like you to introduce the Secretary of War, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, dude, Elon is just like switching, you know, just like he had said nothing important at all, man. Just dropping the bomb like, dude. And to every one of you that watch Star Trek knows that Star Trek is not just spaceships, you know. It means warp drive, man. It means med beds, man. I'm just kidding. Or maybe not. First contact is nothing if you think about Star Trek, dude. Like alien worlds, you know, things we cannot even imagine right now. So this isn't the first time Elon talked about aliens actually, but never like this really, because he never framed it as the endgame for the US Space Force especially, you know, with the SecDef standing right there nodding along like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. You know, so like Elon has been dancing around this topic for years, man, and being super cryptic and always acting as, you know, everything he says or knows is just a joke and not really anything to take serious. You see, for example, in 2020, he tweeted aliens built their pyramids, you know, but then deleted it kinda quickly. Or 2023, on Lex Fridman, he said he's seen zero evidence of aliens. But if they're here, he'd be the first to tell us. Sure, bro.
Or the aliens.
That's one of the Fermi Paradox question. A lot of people have asked me if I've seen any evidence of aliens, and I haven't, which is kind of concerning, because then I think I'd probably prefer to at least have seen some archaeological evidence of aliens. To the best of my knowledge, there is no proof. I'm not aware of any evidence of aliens.
Or in 2024, he starts obsessing over the Fermi Paradox that he was also talking about in the video now. To give you a quick summarization of what the Fermi Paradox is. So the Fermi Paradox highlights the contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial civilizations existing in the universe and the complete lack of evidence or contact with them, you know? Like famously summarized by physicist Enrico Fermi, like question, where is everybody? Where are you? Like given the vastness and age of the cosmos with billions of stars and potentially habitable planets, it seems likely advanced life should have arisen and spread, you know? Yet, we observe cosmic silence, leading to various proposed solutions, from aliens hiding, which is the zoo hypothesis, to self-destruction, or simply that we are truly alone. Like, where are all the aliens? Why is the universe so damn quiet? Coming back to Elon. So last year he said the probability of alien life is rather high. But intelligent civilizations might all be dead, which doesn't make sense to me, to be honest, because man, if we are alive, and I gotta be honest man, I love you all, but I don't consider us as human species as a very intelligent species for now. We have potential, a lot of potential, but we are pretty much just starting to graduate out of kindergarten, bruh. So yeah, dead civilizations. That's the exact phrase he used. So why now? Why go from no evidence at all, we are alone, to this is why we are building Space Force, you know? Basically to recreate Star Trek. Is something shifting behind the scenes? New data, you know, new pressure from the incoming administration. And let's not forget what I was talking about in an older video I made, that Werner von Braun, the founder of NASA, wrote in his The Mars Project book from 1948, that he sees a group of people starting to populate Mars with a leader called Elon. Bruh. I'm just gonna leave that here. Watch my other video if you wanna know more about it. So now the richest man alive, building spaceships capable of getting us there. Well, that's at least what they want to make us think, because I think Lockheed Martin is quite good at that as well, but anyways. So he's saying out loud, the real mission is alien contact. This feels like soft disclosure, man. A slow drip, you know, to prepare us. Because Space Force isn't just about GPS, you know, and missiles and so on anymore. You know, since 2020, they've been deeply involved in UAP investigations. You know, remember ARROW, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office? It's under the DoD, and Space Force personnel are embedded in them. So 2024-2025 reports keep saying most UAPs are mundane, but a small percentage remain unexplained with performance no human tech can match. You know, like transmedium travel, instant acceleration, no heat signatures, and so on, blah blah. And who's leading the charge on next-gen propulsion? SpaceX. You know, reusable rockets that could scale to interstellar. Hope they're gonna release something new, man. Because all these inefficient rocket engines, bro, I'm tired of them. Just release it, guys, I know you have it. And also Hegseth, like he's standing there while Elon says this, you know, it's like no pushback from his side, like no awkward laugh, just nods, man, like it's a normal, most normal thing he has said. So this is the administration on trying, signaling we're accelerating. No more slow walking disclosure, man. You know, no more hiding behind national security. That's at least what they want to sound like. Still waiting for the unredacted Epstein files, bro, not gonna lie. But Musk definitely has Trump's ear, I'm telling you. And SpaceX has billions in DoD contracts, you know. So this speech overall feels super coordinated to me. And yeah, man, I think they're preparing us. They're preparing us, man. Elon has said Neuralink could help us communicate with aliens. I gotta say though, I'm scared of things like Neuralink, man, even though it might be a good invention for, you know, paralyzed people and so on. I guess too much Black Mirror episodes, man. I don't know, just doesn't sit well with me, not gonna lie. And remember, 2026 is shaping up to be the year of potential big reveals. As insiders are saying, for the last 20 years, timelines are shifting. No, but really, what if this speech is some kind of opening act? Like, I'm not saying tomorrow we'll get full disclosure, You know, but moments like this matter, man. It's like Elon is forcing the conversation to some degree. You know, he's the bridge between private innovation and government power in our modern world. You know, he's saying humanity's future isn't just surviving on Earth and looking up to satellites. You know, it's answering the biggest question. Are we alone? And maybe, just maybe, we're closer to the answer than ever before. So what do you think, guys? Was this a slip, a signal, or the start of something massive? Please drop your theories in the comments. I read every single one of them. And like the video if this got you thinking, man. Like, subscribe and hit the bell, because if anything else drops on the story, I'll be the one covering it for you guys immediately. So thank you so much for your ear and your precious time. Keep questioning, keep seeking the truth, man. We are getting closer and closer, I'm telling you, you know. And the stars are calling, guys. And maybe something out there is listening. Have a good time with your loved ones, and I see you in the next one. I'm out of here.